Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Forex Flossing, where you can find quick, simple explanations for Forex concepts. So today I figured I would live trade, and show you guys just what I do, when I'm looking to enter into the market. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, about an hour before the London market opens officially, I believe at 2 a.m. I'm on EST time. But I definitely like to take time to first go to Forex Factory to see what type of news is going down. I always look for red folder news. It doesn't seem to be any red folder news today. So I guess we're cool to trade. Again, I trade London sessions. So all my London session homies and my people over across the pond, I really enjoy trading during this market. So I'm looking at the Aussie New Zealand pair. If you have watched my previous videos, we did some support and resistance on the Aussie New Zealand. I'm going to review that briefly. We established the support on the weekly. We also established a channel on the weekly for this pair. And so drilling down to about the 4-hour, the 12-hour, I believe we established another channel, an ascending channel. And I predicted that we should wait to see if the channel breaks and retest. And what did it do? The channel broke, it retested, and now it's coming down. Now, we did say that this pink line was another support area. So, it'll be interesting to see if it does bounce from that area. Because as you can see, it did bounce during these two times, and once on May 21st and May 28th. So this is what I do. I just keep drilling down the time frames. The market is fractal, it's dynamic, it's not static. So it just, you always get another picture once you drill down in time frames. Although I do believe the best time frames to trade from are the higher time frames, or to analyze and to get like a clear picture of market structure. The higher time frames are the absolute best, and you enter in on lower time frames, but I'll show you that anyway. So again, we see that it broke here, retest, and it kind of looks like it's coming up, but we would go in a little further to see what else is going on. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour. So the 1 hour, on the 1 hour, it's kind of in this descending trend. It looks like it's descending, and then there's a retracement of like 100%, a descent, and then another retracement. This looks like 61%, and another descent, and this may be another retracement. So at this point, now that we're at the 1 hour, what we do is, what I do is I go in and I get my Fibonacci, because the Fibonacci will always tell you the story. First, I do a Fibonacci on the previous descent and retracement. And what did it do? It hit this 61% mark. So sidebar, one thing about price action always retraces. The market will not just trade and just go in one direction forever. It always has to retrace. And whenever you have a straight line of descension or ascension for so long, you can always count on it retracing. And this is the golden rule in certain pairs of 50 to 61%. I was taught to actually look for a 71% retracement on certain pairs, and with that 71% retracement, you know it's on its way back down, especially if it's trending in a certain direction, but there may be a retracement that needs to take place. So I'm going to delete this. And as you can already see, this is already retracing. So here's what we would do. We can go here. I take it from this point, the high point. Oh boy. Hold on. You know, my lines gotta be perfect, man. They gotta be perfect. Okay. So I believe that it will retrace. And I'm gonna get my handy dandy triangle. Thank you to my sister Tucci for letting me know that I said rectangle in a previous video that I need to edit. And this will be like the zone. This is the golden zone. So this is what I'm looking to buy to. I believe price will come up here, since this is in a dissension, and possibly turn around. But it could very well do 100% retracement or just keep going up. But the candles have already told me that we are headed up to a retracement, and this would be a pretty safe trade to take right now. So I have a foreign broker. I like to do chart analysis on TradingView, but I have a cheat sheet. I also trade with MetaTrader 4 because I have like I said, I have a foreign broker. And truth be told, I'm already in this pair and looking to just buy for 20 pips right now. Just at a little bit of negative 0.2, but I am working my trading plan that I posted about in a previous post. You should check it out. And I am only in this trade. Now this is considered high risk because we are going against the trend. The trend is down. But I just want 20 pips. And I definitely believe that after this straight leg down, that it will retrace at least to the 50 or 61% retracement line. Now, another way, I also want to teach you something else. So another way to kind of tell or measure when a trade may turn or retrace is to look at what it's done previously in the previous moves and measure that. So I always measure from the wicks, because you never want to say, oh, it's going to turn and buy the reversal while it's coming down. That traders refer to that as trying to catch falling knives. It's never a good thing to do. You want to wait for candle confirmation to do that. But also, just another trick that you can use is to take the length, and I want to use that one, the length of a previous the previous descent down of candles. Take that, use your tool and to measure. And so this was kind of at the same level, maybe just a little bit less. So that just would give, let's say if we were in the market or we were looking at our charts on this candle, on this hour, that would have been a good indication to determine how much further this dissension would possibly go before a turnaround. So that's just another little trick. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to restart it once the market kind of moves a little bit more to see if this trade goes our way. All right. Okay, I just want to show you guys real quick what happened. So price wound up going down a little bit further, down to the 2.7 retracement line. Again, I want to bring your attention to what I discussed about measuring the length of a dissension to kind of determine how long the next drop will be in these kind of like descending moves down. So I like to include the wicks. So by including the wicks in this one and going, hopefully you can see this good. Going from the top of the candle down, you can see that this line is basically at the 2.7. So this and this are just about equal. This was probably a 15 pip drop from where I originally entered, and my stop loss is at 20 pips, so my trade is still active. I believe this was just a strong push down to eventually trade up to the zone that we marked off and maybe even go beyond that. While I was offline, I did also mark a resistance trend line. Again, we are on the 1 hour, touching 3 points. Because at the end of the day, once this possibly rallies up, it may even bounce off of this trend line and continue on another move down. However, I will say that it has reached our fuchsia support that we marked off when we were making our support and resistance video. So that just goes to show how strong support and resistance is and how beneficial it is, particularly to start marking on support and resistance once you, at higher time frames, starting at higher time frames and working your way down. So, just stand by. We'll see what this candle does in a few more hours, and hopefully this trade goes our way, which I really think it will. It has to retrace. It may even break this a little bit further, but it will retrace and then head back down, possibly, or just bounce and keep going up. We'll see. Okay, so we do see that price continued down and broke our support level here, but now it's actually retracing. And what I want to show you is that we need a new Fibonacci to determine where the retracement is going. So I set this zone in between the 7-1 and the 5. It could terminate someplace around here. What just happened to my triangle? It can terminate someplace around here. Or, like I said, rally up to the support line. I'm sorry, that resistance line that we drew. Above. Okay, so we've already actually reached the 50% retracement line. I do believe it'll continue to go up and possibly touch this resistance line. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so some time has passed. As we can see, price action did make it up to our zone. Came up further, bounced off this resistance line, and now it's actually heading back down. So our trade worked. I got my 20 pips. I think I got a little bit more than that. And yeah, that's really it. So guys, if you took this trade with me and you got in around here, we made at least let's say if you came up to our triangle box, you made 22 pips, which was the goal. If you came up a little further, you made 30. You can actually, on this pair, if you wanted to, begin to sell down again, because it will retest this area and try to break it. Retest our support line and then retest the area that it reversed. Okay, so that's it for our video today. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys on the next video.